Good afternoon and welcome to another episode of Unscripted and Unchained RPG Review. I am DM Bluddworth, and as you can see by the graphics, today's video is going to be a fairly brief channel news update. So this is update number 63. I wanted to talk a little bit about the milestones that the channel has hit, as well as some other things going on in my gaming as well. So first off, milestones. So the channel a couple of days ago hit 2,600 subscribers, and I appreciate every single one of you. And the channel has really been growing this last 2 months or so, um, pretty significantly, like double the amount that it's normally done on a month-to-month basis. So I really did not anticipate hitting 2,500 subscribers until my birthday, March 31st. So as you can see, it really is moving, much quicker than that, and I've already exceeded that, self thought of benchmark that I was looking to hit. I mean, my next one is like 3,000 by August, which certainly now seems to be a very good possibility. So looking forward to that as well. Um, let's talk about a few other things. So as you can see on the ticker down at the bottom, it says no more 5e. So a couple of weeks ago, probably about 2 weeks ago or so, I was talking about purging Wizards of the Coast books from my operating shelf, from the shelf that I actually read and use and so forth. And I was debating whether or not to, um, you know, just get rid of them, sell them on eBay, or give them to my niece. And ultimately, what I ended up doing about a week and a half ago, my niece had come up um, from Georgia. She was a student in there. She works for an anime company down there in Atlanta, Georgia, and she's a young DM, and didn't have any of the books, and so I, rather than selling them off or getting rid of them, in general, I gave her my 5 ebooks. So that pretty much seals the deal for me as far as bothering with following anything that is made specifically for 5e, or so that really takes Cobalt Press's Black Flag project that they're working on, and it basically just puts it outside of my interest, at this point. So since they're making their project Black Flag is 5e dependent, and I just got rid of my three core rule books, then I really don't need to continue following that or anything else even remotely related to 5e. Sorry about the garage sound. So I have no more on my shelf. I don't have my 3e, I don't have my 4e, and my 5e has been given away. Eventually, I'll decide what I'm going to do with my 3e and 4e. Um, if I can offload it, my niece was not interested in those. She wasn't interested probably in lugging 9 books home, on the plane. She was certainly welcome to take three, I mean. So so that's my 5e story. It's basically, or Wizards of the Coast story. It's basically removed from my shelves. I don't have to think about it or bother with it coming in the future. More index card RPG. So I just started a video series where I'm breaking down index card RPG. I'm waiting for my physical copies of the advanced or the master edition, and the Viking Death Squad edition of the book. I should be getting that within the next 3 to 5 weeks, but I've already started digging through the system, and the video is coming up very shortly, probably within the next couple of days, where I start dealing with character creation. I've actually already printed out, because I've already picked the world that I'm going to focus on, and that's the Blood and Snow And so I printed out the Blood and Snow portion of it. And I actually even generated a character for the world of Blood and Snow. And I will detail that when I go through that. I am still running my AD&D First Edition campaign, which is Tuesday night. So tonight, actually, we'll have session 81 of our campaign, and the characters have, the player characters have encountered. This was the way the scene had closed last session. Was the a gate had been opened up, a portal had been opened up and outstepped a demon prince. So here they are, the eight of them standing there, all levels 8 and 9. So they're a fairly powerful group, but they're standing there and they're confronted with a demon prince. And so, listening to them chatting about it on Discord, and they're like, well, basically, if we attack this thing, we're probably screwed. So that's probably not the intent of what this encounter is going to be. So fortunately, they're they're kind of weighing their options, and they're going to do a wait and see, and we'll see how it unfolds, because I haven't even fully planned it out yet either. I'm waiting to see what they decide to do, and then I'll see where we go from there. So the campaign is going exceptionally well, and as I said, we're 82 sessions in, or tonight will be 82, session 82, and player characters are fairly powerful, all solidly within level 8, and a couple of them are at level 9. And we could see. I mean, it could go anywhere tonight, whether it be a total party, or or they will go on to their next adventure following this. We'll see how it plays out. Um, Also, my channel, I've been focusing on my miniature painting, and this was a return after 40 years since the last time I've done a miniature painting. And as you can see by my shorts and my other videos, I'm working on my Orc Marauder now, and I've been messing around with different ways to put this on the channel, whether I just record directly off my iPad, that way you can see it a little bit better, or using my desktop camera, which I probably won't do that again. um, I think I'll keep on going back to the iPad, although the iPad doesn't do a direct download right to the computer screen or whatever. It can only go direct right to YouTube, which is fine. It just takes a lot of manipulation in order to do that, and I might have to find a way to directly connect up my iPad to my screen, and that way I can record directly off the screen. So it's a little bit more seamless. Hopefully that will come about. I just have to find different technology. I might have to upgrade my screen, my video monitor, to have different kinds of connections. I needed like a USB connection that goes to goes right to an iPad connector. So that might be my next step, is to actually upgrade my computer screen. So we have that. So I'm doing my miniature paintings. I'm going to do much more of that on my video shorts. So if you haven't been following my video shorts, I request that you take a look at them and see, especially give me tips and other advice on mini painting, because I am absolutely an amateur, and I could use a lot of help. And and share those, and do whatever you feel like doing with those videos. You can even criticize what I'm doing as well, as long as it's constructive, and you give me some points as to what I could be doing better. So that's certainly welcome, as is the channel. So anytime that you see a video and you're coming in, remember to subscribe and leave a comment. And if there's something that you'd like for me to do, like to see on the channel, please leave those suggestions in there. If there's a game that you would like for me to either review or preview, or just take a look at, and then we can go back and forth on a discussion with that, fine, that would be great too. If you have a product that you have created and you want me to review it, like I just did with Rats Furry Fury by Yuri. I'm not going to remember his last, or how to say his last name. And I am going to return back to that as well, and continue that video series of continuing to break down that game system. So as you can see with my channel is Unscripted and Unchained, which means that I hit on a lot of different topics along the way, and I eventually get back to things, and I usually try to move on to new things, fairly often. So you're not going to see, other than my long series of videos, you're not going to see a focus on any one game system for a tremendous amount of time. You will see some that are reoccurring, such as like Castles and Crusades. I will get back to doing some of those videos as well, with some more of those mythology codexes that I have. And you will certainly see me go back to Index Card RPG, as well as some of the other games that I've been focusing on. But you will see a lot more of Index Card RPG, a lot more of miniature painting, and a lot more of other Kickstarters. I just backed a Kickstarter today, that that the that Dungeon Craft, just Professor Dungeon Master just actually touted it. It's kind of like a combination of an old school and a old school and new school. Um, so I backed that, and looking forward to getting that. Anything that is separated in some way from either 5e or even the OGL 1.0a, those are the kinds of game systems that I want to really take a look at, especially ones that are as unique as like Index Card RPG, um, which is not really connected to Dungeons and Dragons in any way. It's so dramatically different. Um, so anything that kind of gets off of that overworked path, the too well traveled path. Those are the kinds of games that I want to take a look at, and those are the kinds of that's the kind of content that I want to bring to the channel as well. So leaving it all at that, it is actually a snow day here in the mid Hudson Valley of New York. So all of the schools are closed. My entire family is home. Um, I have no work, no work scheduled for the day, and so it's going to be a nice, relaxing day until I go outside and start shoveling some snow. It is still actually snowing pretty decently still at this point. So, as always, stay safe out there if you are in the Northeast and traveling in this snowy weather. And I look forward to seeing you on the gaming screen sometime soon. You have a great afternoon. Take care.